This, too, is unbelievable and very disturbing. We're talking about a discovery near Morelos, Mexico. A 13-year-old boy found dead, his tortured body dumped on the side of a busy road with 5 other murder victims.
Yeah, but what makes this story even more chilling, the dead boy was a self-confessed hitman for a drug cartel. Rafael Romo joining us now. Rafael, I mean, how does a boy end up as a hitman?
That's what authorities in the Mexican state of Zacatecas are trying to find out. And what they told me this morning is that they have actually confirmed that the 13-year-old boy, whose name is being withheld, as you can imagine, was already detained previously and confessed to multiple homicides. Now, his body was found yesterday in, again, like I said before, the state of Zacatecas in central Mexico, where he was found alongside 5 other people, including, authorities tell me, the mother of this 13-year-old boy. Now, because of his age, previously he had to be released to the custody of his mother, because if you're 13 years old in Mexico, you cannot get prosecuted. But it tells you a lot about the situation there. And what a sad, sad story that somebody who's only 13 years old is already involved in this kind of life. And what our authorities are telling me was that the 6 people who were found dead, including this 13-year-old boy, were not only killed but had been previously tortured, which indicates to authorities that this was an organized crime incident, not just an isolated killing.
And is the belief that this was by a rival, I guess, organization that targeted him? And you talked about the previous arrest, which means his family knew about his involvements.
At this point, authorities are going with that presumption. And something that is truly amazing here is that it's not the first time it happens. Back in 2011, we heard the case of a 14-year-old boy who was convicted and confessed to authorities that he had beheaded. Here we see him on camera, the moment when he was arrested at outside an airport. And he confessed to authorities that he had beheaded 4 people. Let's listen to that particular moment when this 14-year-old boy confessed.
¿Cuántos ejecutaste, dices?
4.
¿Cómo los ejecutaste? ¿Cómo los ejecutaste?
Los degollé.
Now, the bottom line here, Michael and Frederica, is that it seems like organized crime realizes that some of these kids cannot be prosecuted because of their age, because we're also hearing of cases in, for example, Guatemala, of an 11-year-old boy who was hired as an assassin, 11 years old, if you can believe it. We also heard a case of 2 girls, aged 13 and 15, who shot a businessman who didn't want to pay a bribe. And so you hear of all these cases and you begin to wonder, maybe these kids are being forced to do that, to work for organized crime, because they cannot be prosecuted because of their age.
And you wonder, is it less of an issue of prosecution and more that it's the unexpected? No one would suspect that this child would have a hit on you.
Exactly right, exactly right. And you see it, you see them operating in Mexico and in Central America, which some of these drug cartels are very, very powerful. They have a lot of money, and not only that, they have the means to force people to do something for them. They get threats. If you don't do this for me, I will kill your mother, I will kill your father, I know who you are and where you live, and you have to do it for me.
It's heartbreaking.
Unbelievable, isn't it? Rafael, good to see you. Rafael Romo.